Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What up? Big Herc 916. You're tuned in to another edition of Prison Talk. I'm on my way in the gym, about to knock out a workout, but I had just got through watching Joe Rogan's podcast, and he had a guy on there talking about surviving prison as a first timer, as far as his first offense. And video got a lot of views, a lot of people in the comments, and I'm just blown away by how intrigued people are with going to prison. Now, I went to prison, but I wasn't intrigued by it. It wasn't like I sat around fantasizing about going to prison, surviving, and being a shot caller and all this bullshit. I just happened to go because I got caught up doing some bullshit and I was a damn fool. If I had to do all over again, I would have never have involved myself with robbing a bank, trying to be some gangster, committing crimes, acting a fool. But the fantasy of surviving prison as a first timer, man, you should be focusing on surviving college, busting cheeks in the dorms with some females, or making it through some damn trade school, or even succeeding in the military. You guys still don't get it, man. There's nothing fascinating about prison. There's nothing you should be thrilled about. If some guy was telling you he was calling shots in there and stabbing people and beating people up, what does that represent in the real world? What are you trying to prove? You can't run around on the street just beating people up and committing murder and violence unless you enforcer in the CIA somewhere and doing covert operations and putting your own life at risk. But to glamorize prison, to make it seem like going in and surviving as a first timer is something to be proud of, I'm just telling you, man, we shouldn't glorify that bullshit. There's nothing glorifying about it. First of all, it's the most humiliating experience in your life. Going to prison, there's nothing more humiliating than going to prison. There's nothing. Not one thing, man, that you can compare having somebody with the power to look in your asshole, to make you lift your balls up, open your mouth, let them look down your throat, to come in and make you get on the ground, strip butt naked, tell you when to stand up, when to go to bed, when you can take a shit, when you can eat, when you can get your mail, when you can go buy food. There's nothing fascinating about that bullshit. I keep telling y'all, man, prison is a shithole with a bunch of shitty people. You're lucky if you find anybody that has value as far as moral value. There are a few good people up in there. I ran across some, but for the most part, you're dealing with just a horrible element. And there's nothing I would say that to trade off to go there to get the gain. I would have rather have spent 20 years of freedom than to sacrifice a year of prison to try to get some type of secret knowledge and risk my life and just the humiliation of dealing with that place, man. Ain't nothing cool about it. Yeah, a lot of people have made it out and they're living their life now and they've been able to turn it around. I've shown that on my channel. I've shown numerous people who have been able to turn a negative into a positive, but there's nothing fascinating about surviving prison, man. You do what you got to do, and you get out, and hopefully you don't get caught up. But to glorify anything inside prison, and that's why, you know, our channel is different than everybody else's, because I'm not trying to tell you that it's something that you should wear with a badge of honor, because we're not running prison commercials. You know, like a lot of these hip hop videos, we're not running those type of commercials on our channel. We tell a story to scare the shit out of you so you don't go. So you look at it like, man, I'm cool, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this job. But there's nothing about going through the prison ritual that you should want to embrace, or you should look forward to, or you should think that, oh man, it's gonna make you somebody when you get out. It ain't gonna make you nobody, man. It ain't gonna make you nobody, and don't look for any fortune and fame behind it. Stay your ass out of prison. Watch who you socialize with. Watch who you allow into your circle. You know, if you're out there doing your thing, do your thing, man, but stay out the way. But to look forward to going to prison, or to think that it's like some kind of, you know, a symbolic ritual, man, look, you want to go get violated emotionally and mentally, go to prison. You want to have somebody tell you where you can sit at and eat, go to prison. You want somebody to tell you who you can talk to, go to prison. You want to sit around somebody who might be a cold rapist, or somebody who's violated little children, go to prison. They're floating around in there laying low, pieces of shit. And yeah, man, that's who your company is. Yeah, you might find a good dude, like I said, but you got a lot of people, purse snatchers, robbers, people who have done shit that's despicable. So, man, watch yourself, man. And this prison shit, man, it ain't no place that you want to go, man. It's a shithole, and there's no rehabilitation up in there but what you rehabilitate for yourself. And I don't wish any of you people who are hardworking, doing the right thing, that you want to experience that, man. Big Herc 916, fresh out, prison talk.
Hey, what does your shirt say?
Cancel culture.
Why is it crossed out?
Because over at Fresh Out, we ain't with that bullshit. Pick you up a shirt at FreshOutSeries.com. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com. I'm Big Herc, and I have over a decade of experience in the prison system. Yeah, I've done a lot of time, made a lot of stupid mistakes, but that's why I'm here with you today, educating you on the Mastermind program by Fresh Out. See, they don't give you a manual when you go to jail on how to survive. They don't tell you how to go take a shower, where to sit at when you go to chow, what to do when you have mail call, how to handle your commissary. See, we cover that and a multitude of other topics that are very important, because if you do the wrong thing, you can get your damn wig split. We have over 100 million views as of date on our YouTube channel, but we've put and condensed all this knowledge into this Mastermind program so that you can provide your client with a winning chance. Do yourself a favor and your client a favor, and sign them up for our program so they don't have to get their wig split and they can make it out alive.